What up, everybody? It's the White Shogun, and we're going to be playing some paintball today. First paintball video in a long time. I haven't had one since about January. Now, you guys are going to notice I'm going to speed things up here because the first few minutes of the game are kind of boring because we're just standing around waiting for the ref to deliver the rules. And then once we get started, it is a pretty boring game from my point of view because I don't do very much. But I want to show you guys the ending because I end up being the last man standing for my team, which actually happened quite a bit this day. So here we go. I am rocking the Hammer 7, and the thing is that I keep looking left because my buddy Caesar is around the 50 at this point in the game. He's incredibly fast, and he got there almost instantaneously, and he's been there a while. And he had just gotten this Bob Long that he's using. So what I'm doing here is I'm focusing on him because my buddy Taylor is also in the back right. My back right because he's watching my back, so I don't look out right as much as I probably should. And I'm focusing on the main threat, which is Caesar. If I can get him out, then I know we have a better chance of winning. So me and him have quite a bit of a snap battle here. And even though I'm using a pump, I did have a pod with me because I had just gotten the hammer fixed this day. And I was really excited, so I was just tearing through paint. The worst part with a lot of these is I know that they're going right over his head. It's pretty funny because coming up soon you're going to hear Rob, one of the field owners, start yelling at us because Caesar's putting some paintballs right next to him while he's standing outside the net.
Hey, I'm not playing, Caesar.
There it is. Caesar used to be a ref at the field. You know, he quit being a ref to focus on his main job, which I feel like has worked out great for him.
We still got left middle.
You know, him being a ref and me being a ref, love to mess with the owners as much as we can without getting fired. And I really wish I could hit that kid. That kid, Caesar, is an amazing player. Great snapshot, really fast. And you can see he starts to put some more paint on my bunker, and I'm just trying to get him. Oh, there goes Taylor. Now I'm the last man standing. Caesar just tagged Taylor from across the field. So now I'm the last man. And the thing is, even though that I know I'm the last man, looking right won't help because looking right won't do much because they're renters that are out on the right side. And I get the feeling that they're not going to run me down, so I use that thought and just try to stay alive. Caesar just bumped up, and now he's even closer to me. And he's just putting paint on me. Here comes the snap battle. This snap battle doesn't end well for me. I know that there's some going over his head. He has some flying right by my shoulder. There's a bounce off the leg. Oh, moved you in closer.
Got me.
Damn, right in the arm, man. He got me. Great shot, Caesar. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, this is a simple, I think this was a 4-on-4. This might be the different day, same weekend. It might be Sunday. 4-on-4 on Towers Field. We're just joking around. The ref's telling us to make sure your barrels are on the net. And I'm just joking around how some people do it. And what I mean joking around, I really mean joking around. There are a couple, so there was no malice in that shot. It was just a joke.
I think she's trying to tell you the same thing she told the other guy.
Yeah. Alright guys, it really does hurt in the back door. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah, we're joking around, cracking jokes. Yeah, you know, it's always a good time at the field. And there are a couple, so there was no malice between the two in that shot. He pretty much asked for it. In fact, he did. Now in this game, I'm going to do something I do a lot when I really know I shouldn't, is go play Snake. So you guys are gonna see most of this game.
One guy's gone.
And I'm gonna get I stay here a little bit. I tag a woman here on the Snake, or somebody else gets her.
Ooh, that was close.
Right when I say, ooh, that was close, she comes out. So I don't know who hit her. So I think it's a 3-on-4 at this point.
Bad spot.
Or it might be 2-on-3, because I don't know how many of our players have died yet. I don't end up last man on this one. I just end up charging down the snake and doing and making kind of a fool out of myself. And when you're as big as me, you shouldn't play the snake, but I say, screw it. And as you could probably tell, that was a fall, that was not a slide. Now I see a guy on the corner of the S1 right here, and I just miss him. You can see him move, and the rotor's jamming on me. Ooh, he flinched. Ooh, missed again, and rotor gets in the way. Man, 5 shots, and I could not hit him. Usually get him in less than that. There's one in the back left that is protecting himself well from me, but not really from my teammates. S1 tries to make a crazy move here as well, where he breaks out and I tag him on the run. And this rotor this is my personal rotor. Sometimes they just don't love me. It works great pretty much every other day, and today was just not having it. And I was using a pump gun, which is ridiculous.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, there's another one. Somebody tried to make a huge run and it ended up badly. Now here's where I try to make a stupid run and it ends badly. I go to their S1, but realize that there's no cover on the long part of the S, because it's an L. There's no secondary cover like that one right there. I get here. Oh, look, it's not there. So I try to run to the back right and shot in the leg.
Oh, got me in the leg.
I don't know if you guys heard me laughing that whole time, because, again, this is a day where my hammer had just been fixed properly, and I was just having a blast. I didn't care about winning or losing. I wasn't at all being competitive. I was just out there shooting like a dumbass. All right, man, on to the next one. That one was pretty fun, though. I remember that game very well because it was really funny to me. And oh man, I had a blast that day. All right, on to a buildings game. Fantastic. And I finally have the etek in my hands. You guys are gonna tell it's new because you're gonna see the factory tags on the bottom. It's all me messing with Tom there too. Tom the tall guy, Tom the pump god in the pump fail video. We say go. And now I'm going to break out to the wall that you guys might have saw in the 4-man kill video. This wall is very, very strategic. It's a strategic advantage. If you have this, you can really get some kills. And of course, I have the rotor in the way, so you guys aren't going to see as many as I would love you to. There's a guy on the edge of the car right in front of me. I barely managed to hit him. I don't know if he knows if I'm there yet. He might now. Ooh, there it is. You guys might have heard that shot. The rotor is in the way, guys, but I got him right behind the car. There's a woman across the field from me in the building. Now, this hole I'm shooting through is really contested a lot because it's considered blind firing, even though the hole's the size of my head, or in fact, bigger than my head. I've shot people through the hole, and I've been shot through the hole, so I really don't get angry when people use it. It's not there anymore now. It might be a window now. They actually cut it into a square. And my roommate just decided to come around the back of that bunker right there. I'm going to shoot him through a hole in the wall and through a window. It's not just a window and a window.
Oh, he's it.
It's a small hole in a big window. And if you heard, I panic shot. Trying to discuss something.
Oh! Right through the hole.
Man, so much is going on. But I shot a guy. I panic shot at a guy. If you saw me react and shot that guy. And then I just shot my roommate through the hole in the wall and through a window. And that's what I was screaming about right there. I'm going to show it to you. We're going to slow it down right here so I can show you the window. There's the hole I shot through. And it went through that hole and then through that window. And the game ends right about here when I come around this bunker.
Surrender, man.
Surrender this woman.
Watch this, player. That is game. Game over.
You're on camera.
And there, my roommates who actually came out to play with me that day. First time they had ever played. Shot them up a bit, and they had a blast. One of them kind of felt the heat stroke, so always remember to drink water when you're at the paintball field. That is probably one of the biggest things you could do is to drink water. Now, the next game, I am going to be last man standing again. But you guys are going to see why I use my own rotor as much as I can, because not only is it mine, but the damn field rotors do not like me. This is one of the field rotors, and it worked perfectly for somebody earlier in the day, and then got into my hands and immediately stopped doing that. So breakout right, Look at that speed. And there we go. There's the start of the problems that we're going to have today, guys.
We got one back right, back right.
Oh, I could not believe that.
Back left, back left, back right.
Just having so much problems with that rotor that day. It was just jamming on me. It was not having it. It was not having a good time with me. So every time you guys see me flip the gun over, what I'm doing is I'm emptying the ball stack into the rotor so I can get it spinning again, and then I flip it back over so the ball can re-enter the gun. It usually works, but today it wasn't. And even when I was just trying to unjam it normally, it just wasn't working. I love the rotor, and before anybody complains about it and says that the Spire's better, I'm not getting a Spire. I love the rotor. It's just that today it was just not having my love.
Watch the left side.
And speaking of that, I had a buddy just the other day who had a problem with a Spire, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, my shoe falling out.
I don't know if you guys heard that about, yeah, my shoe. I don't know what I was wearing that day, but they might have been my cleats, but they tend to fall off from time to time. Oh my God, why? Why is this happening to me? I don't even know if I get any kills in this game. And the thing is, my buddy Taylor's on the other team. So now I have somebody who has a completely working, I think, mini and rotor who's up against me. Or he might have a Spire, but a perfectly working everything. And he's up against me, which makes it harder. I think I just took a bounce off my shoulder there. Now in this game, you guys are also probably going to see my most, well, to me, my probably most controversial finish. I've had a few, but basically, I get shot in the shoulder and it breaks, but I can't see it. So I call a ref for a paint check, and rather than just stand there like a target and wait for the ref to paint check me, I actually keep playing and shoot two guys. Now they've already won, so those would never count. But in the process of shooting those two guys, one of them was trying to surrender me, but he came from the front of the bunker, and I saw him, so it would have been considered firefight. And he tried to surrender me, and it was a pretty good distance away from me. And you know, he had this whole big thing with me later where he was upset about the fact that I did that. I don't show you guys that part. I actually have that part of the video, but he was upset about it. He was he's like, well, I thought about the surrender rule and this, I thought this and this. So I said, well, if you're gonna come for me, if you're gonna come at me from the front, have your gun up. So should I ever pull a move like that, you can shoot me, and the worst that'll happen is that we trade. You know, you shoot me in the face, I shoot you in the chest or in the leg, and you know, that's it. I'm out. See the rotor working there. But you know, that's what I told him, and you know, I could tell he was a little upset about it, and he said, so what, the next time I just shoot you? I'm like, yeah, you're coming at me from the front. The surrender rule is from when you have my back or side and I have nothing to do but give up. This time I had a chance to battle with you. So at the end of this video, guys, I want you to let me know in the comments and what you think about what had happened, if I did the right thing or if I should have just, you know, taken that surrender. In my mind, he was a pretty far distance away, but I would love a second opinion. Okay, right at that move, I've realized I'm the last man standing. So this is going to go well. Because Taylor's with them, and there's about 4 other dudes who I know have no trouble running me down. Okay, now the rotor's starting to work semi-decently. And they're just painting my bunker. There we go. There's the one. That ball on my shoulder is broke. And I see this guy. There it is. There's that moment that I was talking about. Bounce off the leg. See, it was so crazy what had just happened that I have no idea.